Okay, this is an instruction video. I need to know I'm replacing RayBan top bar lenses. These here are 32-39 from 2005, and this is the original lens. They're a little scuffy looking. I replaced one already. These lenses came from Arizona, and they check out really great. They're as good as, if maybe even better than, what Luxottica is doing. These are the boys from Australia. They have a nice business. They're good quality lens, just as thick as the originals. They came in there, fit in there good, and these are real sharp. They're mirrors with brown tint, polarized. Let me see if you can see that. You see that little warp there in the frame? These glasses came with prescription lenses that were installed and jammed in. You know, the holes didn't line up, and they were thick lenses, and they just jammed them in there and they warped the frame. And that's going to happen to you when you buy your replacement lenses. So here's a pack. Sunglass lenses, black polarized. These are gradient, I think. So now these are beautiful. The lens quality is great, but your issue is the tiniest little bit of these little holes being out of alignment inside your frame is going to put a torque on these metal frames. So what you have to do, you can do two things. You can shove them in there and you're going to bend your frame a little bit and make it work, or you have to improvise and somehow carve out a little hole. And what I use is a Dremel and a diamond tip, and I got in there and I even shaved off the edge. There's a little bit of a seam inside the metal on this side that the lens has to sit in. If it doesn't sit in that seam, this screw over here, this hex bolt, is going to be too short. This one's a little shorter than this one by the nose bridge, and you're not going to have enough room to screw it in. You have to get it into the seam, or if you're just going to put them over there however you can, you need to get a longer bolt, which is hard to do. Now these little screw packs come with the hex bolts, and in each little hole right here you have the little hex bolt, and then you have like a silicone sleeve that allows the frame to sit in there snugly with the rubber. Tiny, tiny, tiny. And there's a little washer that you want to put on the other side where the new lens is going to touch the metal frame and it connect, and it takes the strain or the stress off of the plastic lens so you don't crack it. So those are the tips. You really want to get these holes to line up perfectly, and the manufacturer of these aftermarket lenses does a pretty good job, but if they're not exactly perfect, you're going to torque your frame and you're going to end up with a little seam. I don't know if you can see that there. So those are your tips. You can definitely go on ahead and get these from Arizona or the guys from Australia. They're both super quality lenses. I checked them out, compared them with like regular polarized lenses. They're exactly as good as the RayBan's original lens. Now the next thing you need to know is this little tool here. You cannot do any work without 2.3 millimeter. I'm going to write it down. Not 2.2 or 2.5, 2.3 millimeter. It's called a hex nut driver. You got to send away for the little keychain. I got this nicer one. So you put that right over your bolt, and it comes right out. There's your bolt, and your sleeve is stuck in there. Now these silicone sleeves, they get real tight, or they get hard. The original ones I had in here are 14 years old. They were too hard. So you need to get the pack and replace the sleeves. So those are your tips. It's good for all top bar. And these screw sizes I know are good for the 2.3 hex nut driver. Good luck with your little dexterity. Check out my fresh lenses. Yo! Crikey.